do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I do worry about the well-being of my
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold.
Oh, no. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword. Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand...
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the...
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking About Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us?
Of course. What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo, and would... Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the other. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed...
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time. First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not... But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official... I will be conducting an archaeological survey here. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then...
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can...
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your...
Wait, This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one.
Oh? What
If my friend espies a treasure chest...
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to wait. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. This place looks so ordinary. I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all.
Guyun Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the... Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now. What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyun Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyun Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich. Well, since we brought so many people,
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various...
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession.
I get it.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
One with my brain.
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Oh, goodness gracious!
From whence you came!
Oh, protect us!
One with my blade!
Let the show begin!
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromonic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
One with my blade! Spirit blade! Attack!
Like royal...
A touch of frost!
Let the show begin! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surround. She left me to rely solely on guessing. Experience.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value...
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue.
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint...
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Ah, I see.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm right.
Leave it to me.
and merciful. One with my blade. Submit for judgment. Swift and merciful. From whence you came.
Insubordination!
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore...
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives, but this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the...
Oh, good. That's just great. If...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty... The god of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shame. So, the one who wants...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin. Just what...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just...
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even...
I may know something about...
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although they're referenced... Let's go take a look at them.
Okay, since Mr. Zhang... Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh! When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me, but when we lit up all the elemental
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east.
Certainly you have, to provide a haven for her at that time, and that haven she eventually...
Okay, enough with these ancient stories.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east. Jue, with this clue you...
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyanstone Forest.
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claimed. To show my sincerity, I won't be...
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to...
I don't agree either. He will only...
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt...
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
From whence you came!
I will protect you. Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Rise! Stabilize! Rise! Rise!
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Quake!
Look at this!
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt.
Finally, after all that effort, I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000...
Hey! How can you use a...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can any...
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on.
Right! Crumble! Rise! Order guide you! Gather! Quake! 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 Quake!
Ha! Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But the god of when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will be... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss One.
No! Unacceptable. I paid for and organized this, and this girl has been useless!
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this... Let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I...
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Pay your dues.
Quake! Crumble!
I will have order.
Solidify! Solidify! Crumble!
No escape.
Rise! Stabilize!
Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, I think we should... That in truth, not a single member...
Why do you say...
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything you aren't interested in archaeology or... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos. During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's lead, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. Come with me.
Crumble! Quake! Crumble! Order guide you. Crumble. Stabilize. Rise. This is order.
I will have order.
Gather!
I will have order.
Solidify!
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Child. If we can repair the sword...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological...
Why? We were alternating claims.
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot... When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is...
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must, even if it breaks the contract.
So you are already decided? That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The God of Salt gave... Punish me however you want.
Perhaps that punishment would be as punishment.
Huh? The truth?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could stop. However, during such a long war, after making countless concessions, Havria lost all...
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to...
Not even a single...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't...
As I said before...
Preposterous! You are a...
It is a punishment after all. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear. Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning, no matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee, those of her people who were untouched by this disaster, left for Liyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them, and so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that... But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end...
This must be a lie. Don't you dare try to...
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle, indeed, in ages, faith in a god who has already passed, so it is for Havria. And all right then. Now, treading old ground, one cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintance.
Heart be pure, evil be erased, mind be purged, world be... closely! Attack! But how? Swift and merciful!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from...
A touch of frost!
I must as a good night show.
From whence you came! A touch of frost!
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. To leave them here is to let them slumber. I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better... Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging. Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the salt... As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to the... Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, Naught but folk tales remain. Oh, Sile, you and I were foes. But our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only... We did not measure right and wrong during... Of course, as I am now. I will remain here for a while. Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power, if a day comes when he should recover his strength and return... I believe that even so... I will remain here for a while. That is a good question, but now... But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I...
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the prince.